So it's Christmas Day today. Woohoo! Whoop! Whoop, whoop. Right, Charlie?
Yeah, it's Christmas Day.
Oh, it was pretty wet last night, but looks like it could be sunny today, which is nice. Nice for Christmas, and we slept alright, although I felt pretty sick after eating so much seaweed yesterday. But we hadn't slept for a couple of nights really, so good to get some sleep. Our presents for each other were, I bought some, the net's come off the kayak now. I bought some hot chocolate from an old army ration pack for Charlie. What did you bring me, Charlie?
Bought you chocolate.
Whole
chocolate
bar of chocolate. It looks amazing. But yeah, we're going to chill out today. Chill out, make some good meals.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I shouldn't have taken my boots off and I'll go put them back on again. Maybe I'll take my socks
Before
off.
I have to get to the camera.
Yeah. So this is the view from our campsite. It's the mainland over there. Some islands are just in front. Not a bad view. Not a bad way to spend Christmas. Just putting Charlie's Christmas present from me into our breakfast, which is an old army hot chocolate drink. Drinking chocolate mix to make the ultimate breakfast. And I'm just washing it out to get every little drop. So do you want to pick more of these mussels then, and not have the big ones, or? So beautiful out here right now. One of our first proper sunsets. Pretty lovely. I'm doing this while Toby's slaving away over there on the fire, but it's pretty nice. Most amazing sunset on Christmas Day. Feel very lucky to have that. So nice. We're having the fire and dinner out on the rock, and we haven't really seen the sunset yet, so that is banging. So good. You can't really tell from the camera, but it is super vibrant, isn't it? Otter up there, lying on his back, eating some clams or mussels maybe. And I love otters. Hello. What do you think of the otters, Charlie? Otters are super awesome. Not too scared of us as well, so they're quite close by, but they're pretty damn cute. Kind of inquisitive, which is nice. What did you just compare them to? I compared them to, they're like silky haired dachshunds of the sea. There's some dolphins overhead. Wow! Let's chill here, let's chill here. They're coming this way, Charlie. There's 6 of them. They're gonna go onto the boat. Look. Wow. 20, 21, not sure. Bit of a low point today really, haven't really done anything. Feel super dead, feel really sick at the moment from eating too much seaweed. I don't want to admit it, but quite ready for this to be all over, to be honest. It's got to the point where it's just hard to enjoy it. Just sort of waiting now. Waiting. So, made a lobster pot out of some netting we found and my fly line. Got a little mesh bag with some dried trout and mussels in there. Made it out of some wood and some rope we found all tied together. Idea is they crawl in there, drop in, then can't get out. So hopefully catch us some lobster and crab, because we are hungry. Gonna go and chuck it out in some deep water. These are good ones, I think. Fire's gone out for the third time. This wood is too wet. And it's driving me insane. So yesterday we had the first lunch. Our first lunch in 3 weeks. Usually we just have sort of a brunch and then a dinner to save cooking and starting fires, but we had a lunch yesterday. Trying to have another lunch today, but the fire's not behaving. So I'll just give success on the fire. Third time lucky. Each time it goes out, you have to make a new ball of tinder and then get the fire steel. Takes ages. Matches would be good. This is what we have for lunch. This is some type of kelp here, which is eaten a lot in Chile, we think, if it's the right one. Although don't eat it raw because it'll make you very nauseous. And then these massive mussels, which are huge. Never seen anything like it. They grow in the sand though, not on rocks. So we're not sure if you can eat them. Sure you can, but I've never seen them before. Didn't know they existed that big. Look at that one. It's bloody massive. So I've got these giant mussels. Wow. Look at them. Jesus Christ. How are the giant mussels, Chaz?
They're pretty good. They taste muscly and they're nice. And the kelp seaweed is really good as well. It's a nice snack.
A lot of snails. Snails. Very big snails.
Damn.
No,
Bugger. Bugger. Yeah. Just exploring on day 22 and found this awesome little meadow. Flowery meadow. Pretty sweet. Found some peas here and some berries as well. So we got some flowers for dinner. Have a big dinner tonight. Should be good. Hungry. Maybe we should have camped here. Yeah, maybe. We should have camped here. Definitely should have camped here. It's a bit late now. We're leaving soon. Yeah. We could move. Imagine spending all day here. Just chilling out here. Rather than those rocks. True. But when in the wet, it's going to be horrible. True, we've been mushing around. But it might be nice and dry up there. Although actually, yeah, when it rains, there's no way of like protecting that. Let's come over. It's only like 2 minutes. Let's come over. It's just round the corner for us. If it's dry, let's just come over here and just, with all our bits and bobs, hang out. Yeah, we can come and hang out over here and talk about stuff. Yeah. How is it? Really tasty. We've got samphire in here, pea flour, lots of mussels. We've got our spaghetti, which is a special treat, quinoa, and yeah, it's delicious. Really good. So it is proper stormy right now. Really wet and windy. You can probably hear the trees background. We are bunkered down-ish. Camps sort of collapsed at the front twice, so we had to repair it, and Charlie's pretty wet. But we're just sort of waiting it out now. How are you getting on, Chaz? Yeah, fine. Quite a lot of spray coming in the side, but yeah, not so bad at all. We're in quite a sheltered spot here, luckily. But yeah, it's very windy. I can see the trees up to our left, and it's like swaying around like crazy. So we were kind of like, we're in the lee of this hillside, so we're kind of missing most of it, but it's pretty intense. Quite exciting, so scary. Not going to be able to get out these islands like this. Definitely not. Feels like we're about to explode. I've never seen anything like it. Oh my god. Hellstones and shit. What is going on? Of all the places we could be. Fucking nuts. Gonna hold on to it in case it falls over. Yeah, I think I would if I was you. It's bubbling away in there though. Bloody rain. start a fire.
It's going out.
Tasty.
What type of meal do you miss the most? Like a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or pudding?
I barely eat breakfast anyway, so not that. But dinner or like a roast lunch.
I think I'm into the breakfasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're missing.
Because our like an energy bar type thing.
Yeah.
Is what we've been banging on about this whole time. But also dinner, like a steak and a burger and and Pizza Express.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You've been serious about Pizza Express?
Yeah.
Why is it so good?
It's amazing, Charlie.
Why? Why is it amazing?
Because the pizzas taste great.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I don't
Nothing
understand
like-
people like you.
This is the view of the last leg of our journey. It's pretty spectacular. Like a 24-hour storm has just passed. It's been raining like non-stop. Well, on and off, heavy rain for the last 12 hours. It's been exhausting. And now suddenly it feels like it might have cleared, but often it starts again. So fingers crossed we haven't got another night of it. That's where we're heading, round that headland tomorrow, quite a long way. But I think me and Toby are ready for getting back because we're pretty exhausted. And this sort of rocky area where we've been living for a week is getting a bit uncomfortable. Hard to move around, everything's slippery, you know, there's nowhere to go for a wander, it's hard to find food apart from mussels. Yeah, it's pretty exhausting. Fingers crossed for the weather, fingers crossed there's not too much wind, and we'll get back. And we're going to have a nice shower, a nice feed, a nice rest, and it's going to be great.
So we are moving out, day 25 or something, and last day on the island, so we are heading for the mainland to start ending our trip. And it's very, very wet, but not too windy today, which is why we're up early. It's about 7 o'clock, and yeah, heading out. Okay, all good?
Whoa, it's suddenly died off. We're not there yet. We gotta get a fire going because I can't feel my right hand at all. How are your hands? So I've got 2 big holes in my right hand. Yeah, nice one. Fucking hell, man. Throw fucking kayaking with crap, man.
Fucking hell, Chaz. That was fucking nuts. How scary was that for you?
I think that's a 9 out of 10.
I think that was
8 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for me.
Was it?
I've never been so scared for my life.
No, I've never been that scared ever. But, I wasn't really scared, but I was like I was thinking it was highly probable we'd capsize.
Yeah.
And I was thinking it's highly probable that if we capsize, we won't be able to get help.
Well, it's, yeah, like we were at hypothermia within, you know, you're an hour from death.
Nasty. That was nasty.
That was
really
like,
nasty.
yeah, extreme.
That was
Stupid.
A couple of times.
Yeah, a couple of times we almost capsized. Won't be telling the mother about that one.
No.
So we just got round the headland and we're both soaked and low on energy, and we've got to get a fire going because we're very cold. So we put your tarp up. So we've just come into the forest here and set up a little shelter in the bamboo, trying to dry ourselves out, warm ourselves up a little bit. The weather changed significantly since we left, from when we left the islands to when we got out into the open sea, and properly windy, big swell. We were riding waves and the wind was blowing us, like spinning us around, so we were facing the waves side on. Nearly capsized like 3 times. And if we had capsized out there, I think extremely high chance we would have died. It would have been too rough to try and get back in our kayaks, because the kayaks fill up with water and then they become really unstable. So one of us could have got back in and started trying to pump it out, but it was so rough the water would have just kept coming in over the side, and we would have had to have tried to swim back to shore. But the water here is also really cold. It's much colder than you would imagine, because of the currents that come straight in off the Pacific, and we're pretty far south, so you're looking at getting hypothermia within about 15 minutes, and your outer limbs start to stop working, you can't swim, and you're dead within the hour. And we're about at least 2 hours from help for the emergency services. So, and there's also a chance that our messages wouldn't get through, our SOS messages wouldn't get through because it's so cloudy. The signal sometimes can't punch through the clouds. So we were very stressed and scared for that entire journey, but thank God we made it. Yeah, I've never been so scared in my life. Closest to potential death I've ever come to. Don't ever want to experience anything like that again. It was horrible. So I think we're going to stay here, regroup a little bit. We've got a little bit of food left, and then we're going to probably try and head out tomorrow. But if it's not safe, we're not taking any chances now. We'll probably have to get someone to pick us up if it's not safe enough. Don't know who that's going to be, but yeah.
So this is where we've taken refuge after our perilous sea voyage. Got the tarps up. It's quite nice under here actually. Quite big space. We've just cleared back a load of bamboo. We're in a sort of slightly sheltered bay, but out there it's nasty. It's so windy and swirly. But in here we're quite nicely protected. And here's our camp from the other side. Our drying rack. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's all we got. Here's our beach that we've been washed up on. This is where we're camping back in here. where Toby is. Oh, it's horrible in here. So we are in our little sleep hole, pretty wet and dirty, lying on this horrible tarp we found. Yeah, pretty whacked out to be honest. It's sort of taken it out of me a bit, and sort of feel a bit like I'm slightly not in shock, but like slightly rattled by it, I think. And also now more than ever just quite keen to get back, because we could have easily made it back if the weather was slightly better. So yeah, we are very much ready to finish the trip now. Yeah, and we've run out of food, and everything's wet, and we've been on a rock on our beach for ages because there's been 2 days. This is like the third full day of like pretty solid, terrible weather. And when it's bad weather, you can't really do anything without getting soaked, so it's pretty nasty. You end up with this underneath a little poncho. Yeah, we've been trying to dry our clothes out by the fire. Fingers crossed the weather returns to something a bit more normal. It's proper stormy out there, so we can finish the goddamn trip. I do not envy you, Charlie. What, having to go and do this? Yeah. Myself. Going for a number 2 in the rain. Well, I don't think... Out there. She's raining. So we've been in our sleeping bags for about 24 hours. It's been so stormy here, and Charlie just went to look at the sea, and we actually think we can go, don't we, Charlie? Yeah. Which is amazing news. It's horrible in here. So we're eating, what are you eating? We're eating the remaining dried trout with some straight lard on top. Give us a little look at that. So I'm actually eating the trout, biting the lard. Yeah, because we've run out of food basically. This is our last bit of food. So we're just trying to get some energy back before we head out. So looking forward to the end of this trip now. Need some food and warmth and water to wash ourselves. Yeah. We've been farting in our sleeping bags for 4 weeks straight, and they don't smell good. Here we are, we've left the dreaded beach. Never been so happy to arrive somewhere and then leave somewhere. Over there is R&B, very excited about that, and this is our landscape. We're being pushed along by a very helpful tailwind. I think Toby's about to get out the sail, which is cool. Not too far from our destination now, we're just sailing. Big time. They're quite fast. Much better than... We are moving. We are shifting. the bay, and this is our first sign of man-made objects. And pretty excited to find shore, find a restaurant, get cozy. Can't actually see the town yet, but I think it's in amongst the trees, which is quite nice. There's some boats over there. Can't wait. How are you feeling, Toby?
Feeling relieved to be here. That was pretty tough last few days, very tough. Yeah, I think we deserve the end of the trip now. Feeling weathered, beaten down, but victorious.
Yeah. Turning.
We have finished the journey. It's all over. Ended our trip here. Just pulled the kayak up onto the beach. Feeling very good.
Yeah, it's really great. We've got an Airbnb just in there. A selection of other things beyond, like supermarkets. It's going to be amazing.
Ah, supermarkets, food. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice one, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so much has happened. So many stories to tell.